Welcome, Opulence Global Nation. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone wherever you are in the world. We would like to welcome you all to our Forensic Networker call. And for those who are new on the call, my name is Nasa Aquino. I'm the Lifestyle Director of Opulence Global here in the Philippines, and I'm very privileged to host this call. For those of you who are asking, what is the forensic networker? Well, the forensic networker is known to be the last world in direct sales mastery. It's the most exclusive and advanced MLM university. And also, this is an opportunity to be mentored by our LD4 and, of course, our sales development manager, whom I'm going to introduce, Mr. Cambis Avanestan. He is the development manager for North America and the Caribbean at Opulence Global. With over 30 years of experience in sales, Cambis has proven his expertise by leading a team of 140 direct sales representatives in a publicly traded energy company and nurturing a team that boasts 8 millionaires, holding a BA in economics and continually enhancing his skills through seminars with luminaries like Brian Tracy and Tony Robbins. Campus is a master of market dynamic and leadership. His resilience through economic challenges highlights his dedication to fostering success in his teams, aiming to replicate his achievements at Opulence. And of course, we also have our lifestyle director for Mr. Renel Yao, who graduated from the University of Toronto in software engineering and worked for IBM and TELUS and we as earning $80,000 a year salary. He was introduced by his sister and now the company's youngest millionaire, a lifestyle director for who qualified for the luxury car program and drives a prepaid luxury car from the company, a $200,000 worth Tesla P90D. He actually has reached $100,000 a month in earnings and more shockingly, with only 7,000 people. His team now is over 28,000 people in over 110 countries around the world. He is happily married after proposing to his wife Heidi with a $47,000 Ferry Mosh 21K gold ring, now worth $80,000 with two young boys named Rex and Leon, and is able to travel the world with his family. He just made a recent purchase building his custom $5 million home, and he's here to support us and train us. Renee is a founding member, shareholder, and sits on the company's CEO advisory board. He has actually also received the highest award in the company, President Cup Award, twice. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to Mr. Cambis Avanestan, our sales development manager, and also Mr. Renel Yao, our lifestyle director for The Call Is Yours.
Thank you so much for the fantastic introduction, Nasa. Much appreciated. You're doing an amazing job hosting as always.
Cam, we have a lot to talk about tonight, right?
Absolutely, man. We're going to be rocking this house tonight. Key thing I want to say to the people that are on the call, congratulations on being here. One of my favorite sayings is 50% of success is showing up. I remember reading one time in a book that Dustin Hoffman made that quote famous, 50% of success is showing up, because he said he made a lot of money as an actor. He's a very famous actor in Hollywood. He made a lot of money as an actor because he decided to show up for parts that actors which were much better and more qualified than him were too cool to show up. They expected to be called for the role. And because he was the best actor that showed up, he got all the glory. So 50% of success is showing up. Congratulations to you on being here tonight. The other important reason of making sure we're showing up on these calls is because you want to get firsthand the valuable information we put a lot of time and energy into in sharing with you. Nothing beats hearing information firsthand. You're all fantastic leaders, but as information trickles down when you're trying to share it, we have the belief that every time information trickles down, 20% is lost. If someone was to do the quick math, you'll see at 5 levels, that means now you're only sharing 35% of the information. So this is how valuable it is to make sure we're getting information firsthand. That's why it's important for people to be on the call to get the full value and the benefit of the material we're sharing with you. And tonight we're focusing on sharing a very important material with you that you're already aware of existing, but I really believe, and Renee can attest to that, Rico can attest to it, that I just don't think you guys get the full gist of it and the power of it yet. This thing is about to explode and really help a lot of people get to the financial level that they want to faster. So we're really going to dig into focusing tonight on two important bonuses as part of our payment structure that's already in play, and those two being commission boost and variance bonus. Who's excited to learn about that? Who's excited to understand it? I know some of you on this call say, I already know it. Question is, do you really know it? Do you really understand it? That's what we're going to find out today. That's the beauty of a day like this, because it's a learning experience. And if you know it, perhaps it's a training experience of understanding the power of explaining it. Renee has gotten to where he is because he understood early in his sales career that success is dependent on duplication. If you guys can understand the power of important material and successfully transfer that information to the people you're working with, where you're creating duplication, you're going to be the next Renee. Anyone on this call would like to consider getting into a $5 million house? Show of hands. Right? So that's really what the focus is about. So let's get started. Let me get this slide rolling.
And you know,
Everyone
Cam,
do drum roll.
yeah, what's really exciting, by the way, is, we were talking today about having this call, and I guess what kind of led, maybe I can ask you, what kind of led you, and of course, the CEO, wanting to have a call on this topic, and you're sharing some crazy stats. I thought maybe we can, again, people might think they understand commission boost or variance bonus, but then when yeah, can you share that story? Because that shocked me. How many people were just, shy of that?
So we asked Caesar, our manager of IT, to be kind enough in the middle of his crazy schedule to pull some important stats for us. We wanted to understand, do people really know the value of commission boost? Do they really know the value of variance bonus? Renee can tell you he knows a good chunk of his check every month is a combination of these bonuses and commission. With Renee, did you get your commission boost yet? Did that start already?
So yeah, on the actually I have seen it already, because people who had ordered in cash, of course, if they didn't use shopping credits, then you would have got commission boost. So yes, yes.
Which would have been on the pre-launch, because on the pre-launch it would have been all cash, right? So that
Yeah,
would have been all commission boost.
yeah. So literally once it went
Right?
out, exactly, exactly.
Absolutely. So in important stat I would love to share with everyone that's on this call. For variance bonus, we introduced this bonus in February of 2023. It was another way of our CEO with a heart of gold, Ramin, finding ways to get you guys excited and to put more money in your pocket, because he's always thinking of, how do I help these people grow? How do I help them expand their horizon, take their business to the next level, and in turn get more rewards? That's the whole premise behind why variance bonus was started. Now, you'd be interested to know, since February 2023, that's about a 14, 15-month span. In about a 15-month span, you'd be interested to know a very important number. I'll let you guys have some fun. For those of you that were not on the call before, they didn't hear it, so please don't answer if you already know this answer, because we did this with the leaders as well. I'll let you have some fun. How many people, if you were to guess, that were able to qualify for commission bonus but were just not at the right PV level of 250, how many people do you guys think in the last 15 months have missed out on the easiest money we pay, variance bonus? Any guesses? Throw some numbers out there.
So you could be guessing one person, 5 people, 10 people,
Don't be
maybe.
shy. Any guesses? Any guesses of how many people, what the number of people that missed out on this very, very, very easy, please take our money bonus? 1735, Rebecca, interesting. Good number that's thrown down there. 1735. Any other ones? 100. Lucia, 100. All right. We got a couple of decent guesses that are all over the map. I love it.
But I mean,
The actual, 1,000. All right. We're getting in the thousands. The
what's
actual
crazy?
number is higher than everything that's on the board so far, FYI.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
So the actual number is 2,117 people decided they do not want to get paid variance bonus. That
Wow.
is just mind-boggling, guys.
Wow.
That is just mind-boggling that in only 15 months, that's almost an average of 150 people a month said no to this commission, and it compressed and went to the next level, which will explain to you guys tonight again the whole idea of compressed. And Renee has done a fantastic job. He's already got it up. So Renee, why don't you take over from here, just explaining to them the simplicity of how they get paid on this?
Yeah, and I hope that after explaining this, you're going to realize why that number is so big. And the simple, I guess, way to understand it is, well, first let's talk about again what you are required to do to get the variance bonus, first of all, and why so many people had missed the variance bonus. You can see here that the first thing to do is to reach, of course, LD1, right? Because LD ones and twos are and three and fours are all qualified. Now, LD1s and hires, one thing that you have to do is have your monthly smart buy at 250. So if you're at 150 and you never changed your smart buy to 250, and there's people launching in your business, you just because of that, an extra $100 in your smart buy, which is again money that you can use for buying products for yourself, or you can sell it, just $100 more would have qualified that many more people for this variance bonus. So ones and twos, threes and fours, you all need to have the monthly 250. And then for the lifestyle threes and fours, which are a lot less people, right? So the 1,000 people that you just heard, majority of them are not LD threes and fours because we have less of them in the company compared to the ones and twos. So if you were an LD3 or LD4, the only other criteria would be to qualify for MGRS in the same month. Now, by the way, that's super simple. And if we have time, Ken, we could discuss really quickly about the MGRS.
Absolutely. We're here to help everyone understand, guys. There is money that's being left on the table on a compensation plan that's designed to pay you out more and more and more. The sooner we can understand the value of cost transition, the faster we can get you to all these bonuses and increase your checks. And once the momentum gets going, it's almost like we're trying to help get this big ball rolling. Once it gets rolling, guys, you're the next Renee. There's no looking back. We're just trying to help you understand the value of these important bonuses.
Right. So again, I'll just finish off here. So again, once you have your monthly 150, which is again, majority of people, all they had to do was go from 150 up to 250. Then every time a new LAP launched in the organization, pretty much 10 people will get paid. So if you're wondering how's that number so big, it's because every time a new LAP gets launched, the system is trying to pay 10 different people this bonus. So if this new LA Plus just got launched today, for example, the system will ask, well, who is the sponsor of this person? And that person, that sponsor, on top of the wholesale profit, they already earned a $350. They earn another $50. Okay. Then it'll say, well, who's that sponsor? They get $50. And that sponsors gets $50. Then 25, 25, and then 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. So this is probably why so many people, again, if you weren't paying attention, which you've got to be, because this is your business, this is your, it's your golden goose egg here, right? But again, 10 people could have gotten paid out a bonus. And so I know some people, for example, I was going to use Henry Shong as an example. He was all over this, and there's some months he had made an extra $4,000 or $5,000 in that month just from this one bonus alone. So,
Guys, that's an income for some people, $4,000 or $5,000 a month. Henry is made that just in bonus. I really want you to grasp the power of the information Renee's sharing with you. And all you're doing is being at 250 PV and, of course, being commission qualified. Everyone knows that's a given. But it's literally any levels below you, any action that's happening up to 10 levels. This system is consistently, our system, the way it works is it looks up. It's consistently looking to pay for 10 levels. And if you don't have it, it skips. If you don't have it, it skips. If you don't have it, it keeps going till it pays. Question is, are you being skipped or are you getting paid? That's really what it comes down to.
And Cam, it's really amazing because I know that we're talking about this. And I mean, really, people should be monitoring their own business there's a whole page on Performance Center. You click variance bonus, it even tells you what you could have made. So all people had to do to know if they would have earned this variance bonus is click on Performance Center, click variance bonus. It even tells you what you're missing. It'll say you don't have your 250 yet. So have people just taken perhaps a few seconds to log in, do literally 2 clicks, they would have seen that they were missing out on this variance bonus. But what's really remarkable about this company that I think this company is just always on the evolution phase is they're trying to find ways to help you notify you if there's someone in your team perhaps that could have been variance bonus qualified, but they currently aren't. And that's being worked on at the current moment. But my point though is people should be aware of their own business already, right? So whenever you have a new partner that gets launched in your team, try to find out for now who are all these 10 people on the way up. And so just to finish off it, because again, for the variance bonus, really to qualify this, all you had to have done is go from 150 PV again to that 250 PV. And to me, Cam, we're talking about this today as well. I don't even think of this 250 PV as additional money I have to spend. I don't look at it that way. I have to buy toothpaste. I have to buy my shampoo and my conditioner and then my lotion and then of course my anti-aging skincare. I have to use my all the products in the company. And so to me, like Fountain of Life and Divine. So I never even looked at it. I mean, I think most people probably might already spend more than 150 per month. So if I were them, I think the main message is go into your back office right now. If you want to be safe, just do what I did. Go to your subscription settings, click on your smart buy, and just update your monthly smart buy to at least 250 PV. Now, for me personally, I have it at 450 PV. And that's because, as you could see in the slide here, I'm an LD4. So for me to qualify for my variance bonus, I have to make sure I have my 250 smart buy, but also qualify for MGRS. So if you're wondering, well, why does Renee set his at 450? Well, number one, it gives you all of the volume and all of your centers, as we saw the update recently. But here's why. In the MGRS, to qualify for this, okay, right now, so this is actually the older version. Let me just stop the screen share here. I actually have an image here. I'm going to share from my phone right now. But in short, they changed the MGRS, okay, so that anyone can actually qualify even for 3 shares. So in the past, okay, you could only qualify for 3 shares if you were an LD2 or higher. Okay, that's how it used to work. But of course, nowadays, today, literally anyone can actually qualify for 3 shares of the variance bonus now. So I'm going to go here and actually open up this image that can explain how this works.
So guys, I hope you're again catching the power of what Ramin's done, again, what head office has done. They're always trying to find ways to get more people paid. They reworked the numbers, they reworked the MGRS and the power of it and said, you know what, let's find a way to take the rank out of it and just give it based on activity. You're at 450 PV, you're active, you have the opportunity for 3 shares, which again is fantastic. You're sharing in the revenue of the whole company.
Exactly. So you can see here, regardless of rank. So you'll see here that the one thing in common for getting 1 share, 2 shares, or 3 shares is you have your 450 PV, right? So again, that's your personal orders. So that's why I was saying just now, I default my monthly smart buy to 450 because I will spend at way more than that. Again, I have myself, I have my wife, I have my 2 boys. So we spend more than that per month again on our own toothpaste, shampoos, and all that stuff. Okay. Now, beyond that, the only thing that you have to do to become MGRS qualified is to generate this BQV. So before there's like 5 different criteria to qualify for MGRS, now it's really just 2. And really, it's only just 1 because the first one is just you buying your own products, right? So that the only other thing you have to do besides having your own 450 of PV, which is your personal volume, is to have this BQV. And BQV stands for business qualifying volume. The simple way to understand BQV, it's the CV that you generate. So if I were to launch a new partner, it generates CV. That's BQV because I did it. If I were to sell products to a VIP customer, that's also BQV because I generated that CV by introducing a new customer. So in short, you can see here, right? And the last area is whenever you actually buy your own products, even when you spend 450 to buying your own products, half of the CV value also counts for your PV. So in short, again, just a simple math here, CV is always 46% of PV. So 46% of 450, I take half of that, I already have that in BQV. If I launch a new partner, I get more BQV. Someone upgrades, I get more BQV. If I sell more products, I get more BQV. So I'm sure some people might only literally have their own 450 PV. They have one customer that does a big enough order for 800 BQV, and they got 3 shares. Just today, someone actually wanted to buy Cam. It's called the Momentum Pack, which I had this huge pack of FOL, it's like a 50 pack of FOL. But
Oh,
now that
wow.
that's gone, because we don't have the older MGS qualifications, I was just saying, if you were to just buy your own 450 and launch a VIP for your mom, for example, and buy the rest of the bottles under your mom's VIP account, boom, you're qualified for not just MGRS, now you're qualified for the variance bonus, but also, of course, the commission boost that we're talking about very soon. So,
Absolutely,
again,
guys. So again, I know a lot of you on this call feel like you understand the commission structure, you get how you get paid. You might understand it from a point of what qualifies you, but you might not be looking at from the perspective of how much you're making when you're qualifying. I find, they say our focus gives us our results. If you're focused on, oh my God, it's $450 a month that I'm paying, and you're not focused on that $450 a month is not anything you're paying. That's your products you're getting. Better products for your household, better products for your family, fantastic products for gift seasons. And on top of it, you're maximizing the commission structure that we have available. That means every level of commission we have available is at your disposal to take advantage of. So we've covered the variance bonus. We've covered the MGRS. Now let's talk about the new kid on the block, commission boost. Right?
Well, can
Reza,
this be?
welcome, Reza. We got Reza in the call. Get in the action.
Well, we're at the Ottawa office. We finished the tour, but we still have some prospects for closing. We're still here, actually. What I wanted to do was I wanted to share something with you that's changed the person's perspective in terms of the 450, 250, or 150. I said to him, how much you think is 450? And they're like, well, that's $450. I said, that's not what I said. I said, what do you think you required to do to make 450, to get that 450? And they said, I don't know. I said, well, pretty much 4 bottles of FOL and maybe 4 toothpaste at retail. There's about $450 right there. Now you got every product that we talk about for free for your household, everything, because now you sold it at retail, right? So you got that 450. Now you got the balance. You got those products for yourself, for your family, so on and so forth, and maximize the comp plan. They're like, really? I said, yeah, really. 4 bottles of FOL. You got 30 days in a month. You sell 4 bottles. Just an example. Doesn't have to be FOL. 4 bottles of FOL and 4 tubes of toothpaste. That's $450 at retail. So, you got it at wholesale. So not only you made money with selling these products, that money that you made actually will cover your own products that you're getting behind the scene. So this is like, wow. Okay, so it's not difficult. I said, can you see yourself selling 4 bottles of FOL and 4 toothpaste or whatever you choose per month? They look at it and goes, no. I said, that's really 2 couples or 4 single individual, like Renee mentioned. Seldom you find someone that's just buying one. If it's presented well, if it's spoken about properly, if you tell them about the benefits of a toothpaste, or mouthwash, or face cream, like our skincare, our gorgeous, gorgeous shoes and bags and wallets and jewelry and these watches. I can't stop looking at my stuff. I love my watches. I love my jewelry. You know what? It is a no-brainer, really. No-brainer. So we've been talking about transitioning to 250 and 450, and you're getting all these extras by doing so. If you cannot see yourself being able to sell 4 bottles of FOL per month at a sometime, not even a part-timer, as a site sometime, then you have to change your strategy. You have to rethink that if you cannot sell 4 bottles of FOL per month, then you need to definitely re-strategize.
I think it's really, really hard to sell a product that's got years and years of testimonials and is now an NPN 3, guys. I think you're really pushing your luck. That's a very hard product to sell. Impossible to sell a product like that.
Exactly.
Thank you so much, Reza. So, guys, let's get going on another fun stat. Renee, should we torture them again with the next stat and tease them, guys? Let's get the teaser going.
No, I
So,
couldn't believe.
commission boost.
I cannot believe these stats, and I'm glad that we're talking about it tonight, because I think after tonight's call, no one's ever going to miss out on their bonuses. Yeah, so please, this with some pain.
So Commission Boost was launched on the pre-launch, as you know, and until it was until I think May the 1st was the pre-launch. It went all the way to May the 1st, if I remember correctly. And so once the pre-launch finished, for 1 month, we said people can buy it on shopping credit, which is now 3 days away. But for the pre-launch, it was cash only, not shopping credit. So that means everybody was in position to get commission boost on the pre-launch. Now on pre-launch, it was everyone taking advantage of the 6-pack, get 1 more for free. So no one was going to miss out on the package offering. So everybody was ordering the package. And we sold a very healthy amount of those packages. So just to put it in perspective, the commission boost for each individual order, based on the fact it was all packages, was $18. So every single order had $18 of commission attached to it for someone that wanted to take advantage of commission boost. Any guesses in only 1 month how many people missed out on the actual bonus because they were not at the 250 PV level? Throw out some numbers, guys. 1 month, only 1 month. How many people missed out on this bonus? Any guesses? Let's have some fun. Throw out the numbers. 1,500. Now they're going for the big numbers after the last one. Don't forget, the other one was 15 months. This is only 1 month. So a big difference. 15 months versus 1 month. In only 1 month. The other one averaged about, I'd say 150 is what the other one averaged per month. How many do you guys think this one did in just 1 month? How much people missed out on?
Oh dear.
I've set the pace high. I've set the pace high. Oh my goodness. Pace is high. So guys, you're all shooting for the stars, but since it was only 1 month, it's still a crazy number to know how many people have missed on 1 month in commission. 191 people said, no, thank you. I don't want commission boost. Remember, you're getting paid on 3 generations at $18 a pop. At $18 a pop, that could have been $300 to $400 that someone passed up on. Wow. That could have literally been $300 to $400 of money in your pocket, but you were not commission boost qualified. It jumped up because the system keeps looking, it's compressed. It keeps looking up for 3 levels to pay. That's money out of your pocket. You're working hard. You're getting the business. You're putting in the time. You're on this call, which shows your dedication. Why leave money on the table is the question. Because again, it goes back to our focus. Some of you are focused on the fact you're going from 150 to 250. That's an extra 100. You're not focused on the fact that that extra 100 qualifies you for 2 bonuses that each bonus by itself can cover your full 250 on some months. So this is what you got to understand. And the other thing that's incredible about Commission Boost, it pays out weekly. You don't even have to wait for the month. It pays out every single week.
Friday.
Anyone looking for upfront money, as long as you're commission qualified, every single week, money coming your way. Why are we leaving that on the table? I can tell you who thanks you, the people above. Why are we leaving that on the table? We want to all make the money.
Not me and Reza, no.
Right? We want to all make the money, guys. This is how this business works. This business is about duplication, and we're trying to help you understand that some of you are successfully taking advantage of our compensation plan. Some of you are, for some reason, talking yourself out of seeing things the money-making way rather than the budgetary way, misunderstanding it. You're not spending an extra 100. That extra 100 is qualifying you to put you in a position to pay for your full 250. If
That's
you
right.
look at it that way, it's a different perspective, isn't it?
That's right.
So Renee is going to again do his fantastic job. No one does it better than him of going through Commission Boost and again understanding how we get paid. Please pay attention if anyone's not 100% convinced already of how they get it.
Absolutely. Okay, thank you, Cam. So you can see here again why Cam and I and Reza are really trying, of course, to promote the 250 at least PV, because the 250 PV qualifies you both for variance bonus and also this commission boost. Okay, but again, I'm just surprised because a lot of people, if you're actually even active in the business, you're going to sell products, right? So the extra 100 PV is like a bottle and a half of FOL, or it could be like, some other products. You should be, if you're not consuming it yourself, I can't see that happening, but at the very least, you should be actually selling it out there and recouping that money, right? So, but anyhow, so again, for the commission boost, the first thing to understand is that it only applies, of course, to products that are bought from Divine. Okay, so Divine, every other product in the company has a 46% CV push-up. But what they did for Divine, because and to give more background, right? When you have a binary system like ours, okay, the benefit is it gets paid to infinity. That's huge, okay. However, you have to have a balancing of like the 1/3, 2/3, okay. So for some people, they might have a huge like one big leg, but then they're kind of waiting for a while. If all those sales happen in the big leg, then you're not collecting this commission boost. So what the CEO did was he cut the CV from 46% to 23%. However, he put the other half of it into this very special commission boost, which pays as long as you have, so as long as your business center is income qualified, meaning as long as you have one person sponsored on the left and one person sponsored on the right, and they're both at their corresponding, 150 PV, then you are already commission eligible. So there's only 2 things you gotta do. One is have your 250 PV done. And second thing is be commission eligible, which meant that you had sponsored one person on the left and one person on the right. And so now, even if you had, for example, a huge giant like right team, for example, and all of your people who were buying Divine was on your right team, guess what? You're also getting paid now. There's no need to balance your 2 legs. It pays based upon this family's sponsorship or the genealogy of who sponsored who. So if you are in LA and someone down below, okay, were to buy the Divine product, again, the system will look up, as Cam mentioned before, and say, well, who is the sponsor of this person that just bought Divine? Let's pay that sponsor 4% if they're in LA. And then the sponsor pay them also 4%. But in this diagram here, this person is a brand partner, so they only get 2%. And of course, who's a sponsor, or they're an LA plus, they also get 4%. So ideally, if all three of these people were LAs or LA pluses, they would have each received 4% on that person's order. Now, Cam mentioned, one person buying perhaps a six-pack of Divine. There's people out there buying 12 packs, 24 packs. So the commission becomes really huge. And here's where, again, as a diagram, as an example, let's say you had 12 people that you personally introduced that buys Divine. This is only one bottle here, right? Well, based upon just one bottle being bought from 12 people, you earn yourself an extra $38.40. Now, again, but realistically, again, right? If people are buying 6 bottles at a time, that's 6 times this amount of income. Okay. Now, of course, if those 12 were to introduce their own 12 people each who also bought a bottle of Divine, now you're making $460 plus the $38. So you actually add up all 3 rows together. And of course, if in your third level, those 144 brought in 12 each, you have 1728 people, you would have earned an extra $5,000 that month. So I can see a lot of people because of this Divine commission boost. It's funny. It's called a commission boost, but it's like the Divine commission boost. It's so divine. But it's really going to add a lot of income for a lot of people. And so it pays out weekly. And of course, depending on your rank, there is a cap of how much you can earn per week. But look at this, a lot of people get to LD2 really quickly. 2,500 a week is an extra $10,000 a month in this one bonus alone. This is not including all the other bonuses. It's just one bonus revenue stream here, right? So I hope that clarifies how to earn commission boost. And there should be less people who miss the commission boost because it's paying 3 people up versus 10 people up in the variance bonus. But still, that's a lot of people that just said no thank you to some extra money into their pocket. So I think Reza,
only 1 month,
just 1 month.
191 people said no
That's
thank
crazy.
you. And you know what's incredible, Renee, is because I have access to the back office and I'm looking at all the numbers. I'm a big time stats guy. I live and die by numbers, and I looked up a lot of numbers. There's quite a few people that are not at 250 PV that have personally sponsored more than 10 people. Look at how much money is being left on the table. You've personally sponsored 10 people. That's your Gen 1. Your Gen 2, let's say those 10 people sponsored 5 people. Your Gen 3, let's say those 5 people sponsored 3. All of this adds up to money that is supposed to go in your pocket for the hard work you've done building your organization. But because you're focused on the additional 100 rather than all the money that additional 100 is giving you, when your focus is backwards, you don't see the benefit, you see the cost. And that's what we're really, really trying to help you guys understand today. Go ahead, Reza.
No, someone wants to know, like they say the 3 levels. So what if the 3 levels didn't qualify, didn't do anything? Would it push up? And the answer is yes.
Correct. 100% right. It is compressed just like it's compressed with variance bonus. So once that level doesn't qualify, it's going to go to the next level. One thing I have to tell you guys, over the years and the privilege of being in the sales industry for as long as I have been, I've seen a lot of talented people look at the profession of sales and profession of being an entrepreneur in a wrong mindset. They would say, show me the money, then I get excited. But those that have really become successful in the industry understand it works in reverse. You get excited first before the money shows up.
That's right.
Right? Because it takes fire to light fire. So you get that excitement from your trainer. You have to hang on to it. You have to have belief in yourself. You have to have your promise list in check. In fact, I would throw out a challenge to everyone on this call right now. If you're an BP or a LA or LAP on this call, I would challenge you to promise yourself to make $1,750 over the next 7 months in commission boost. That basically covers your $250 a month. So I would challenge you to make the amount you're going to pay for commission boost from June 1st, that $250 PV that you're going to pay to get to the level to be commission boost qualified. I challenge you to put on your promise list and set that as your target, that your whole 250 BV is going to be covered just by the commission boost you're going to get for the next 7 months. If you are an LD1 plus, I want you to double that, because as an LD1 plus, you're getting commission boost and you're getting variance bonus. So if you're an LD1 plus, I want you to make yourself a promise. You are going to make $3,500 because of the commission boost and because of the variance bonus. Make yourself that promise, because things don't happen by accident. Things happen because we intended. The power of intention is massive. I envisioned myself in $1 million house when I had $10,000 in the bank. I really hope people are grasping what that really means. I didn't say, let me get a couple of $100,000 in the bank before I get excited about the potential of $1 million house. It doesn't work that way. So that's really, I hope, the value that, Renee and I and Reza are trying to pass across to you guys.
And actually, to share some exciting updates, by the way. So because you asked me before how we got paid out for the commission boost, so I got mixed up with the variance bonus. So just an update for everybody, okay? So because I was just actually chatting with Caesar on the side as Cam's doing his beautiful training here. So of course, this coming Friday, as it hits June 1st, will be the first period of payout, okay, on the commission boost. So a lot of people, this Friday is a payout time, so make sure you have your 250 set up at the very least for this coming Friday. Now, of course, for the pre-orders, as you heard, there's going to be a whole section that Caesar's telling me in the website where you will see period by period what was your commission boost week by week by week. All right, so all of it's coming essentially this coming Friday. So of course, we're working hard behind the scenes to make sure it's all done for us. But that's just a quick update with you guys in regards to seeing the commission boost in your back office.
Thank you so much, Renee. Again, Renee on his game as always, making sure he's giving you maximum efficient, up-to-date information. That's why it's so crucial to be on these calls, because these are valuable information that's coming to you. How many people do you know that are multimillionaires and on a Tuesday night at 9 p.m. they're dedicated to making sure you guys are succeeding? You know the reason why the three of us are on this call tonight, Rico included as well, our brother from the East. The reason we're on this call tonight is because we know we made the millions that we made because we helped other people become successful. We understood the formula of success early. If I help enough people become successful, I'm guaranteed to be successful. That's the reason why you see us give our passion and commitment to you on these calls, because we know it's going to reciprocate. The second we help you go, you get going, that excitement is going to transfer to the next person. They get going, and as a company, we get to where we belong, which is the billion, a lot faster. That happens as teamwork, collectively.
Now, I want to share something with you. Seems like the guests are gone. Some more people, bought products and joined whatever. They brought me in for closing, right? They brought me in for closing, and I went their introduction, a little bit of like and trust or whatever it is, and started to talk, and basically for me to tell them as to why we are who we are and what we do. I literally had to point at the products on me, which was my rings, my timepiece, my shoes, my belt, and Hervey had this, and Ifra had some other stuff. It's like these people were with the wife. They were like, whoa, they were blown away, right? So you may think, well, what am I going to do with, I don't know, my shopping credits and so on and so forth? Become a billboard. Become a billboard, become product of the product, and believe me, this pays. Have you ever gone to, let's say you want to redo your bathroom or you want to redo your home? Have you ever gone and just bought it blindly? No. You go to the places like Home Depot or different places that they have set up make-believe kitchens, bathrooms. It's different. It gets you different. You go see it, say, oh my God, this is so beautiful, except I would put this over here. But it gives you a visualization as to how beautiful, like you picture yourself in this bathroom, right? So same thing with our business. Believe me, you definitely want to be blinked up. You definitely want to um, invest in yourself when it comes to these gorgeous products that we have, and uh, and really, really, really go out there and let the world know, like, how could you look so good, wear such a beautiful stuff, and make so much money? That's what we do in opulence. That's one thing I want to emphasize to people: get blinged up, ferried up. Whether you're selling healthy nutrition or selling the fashion or the skincare, look good. And when it's going to be easy without even having to think, when you're talking to someone, oh yeah, of course we do fashion. Look at this beautiful watch. Look at this beautiful
Beautiful.
ring. Look at my shoes. I mean, look at my chain. Like, it's crazy. It's
It's
crazy.
fun.
I just have to share that.
It's just amazing because again, like Cam said, right? Reza is so busy. He just flew back from being, in Africa and in the East for so long. He actually came back on Sunday, I think it was, and we're actually doing training videos and having a very special, I guess, mastermind session at our CEO's house. And here he is tonight, in Ottawa live at tour. And I think that the one thing that I always believe that drives people like Cam and myself and Reza and Rico's in the world is we get addicted to that feeling of success. It's you want that feeling because it feels so good. And you're right, Cam. And tonight was my son's birthday, and you actually made me realize something that my son Leon, despite it's his birthday tonight, he never ever once complained about why. I mean, we had dinner, we had a birthday cake, and we actually it's funny. We eat out so often because we have busy lives that when we ask Leon, what do you want for dinner tonight? Pick any restaurant, pick any restaurant. You know what he says? He says, I want to eat mommy's steamed egg, daddy's special cooked vegetables, and some meat stew. Like
Oh,
he
wow.
wants to eat at home because we're always on the road. And I mean, but in my mind, I was thinking, okay, he's gonna choose the keg or some lobster restaurant, and instead he chose to eat at home. Which is kind of interesting. But that just tells me that it's a kind of a life that we have where you can enjoy all the finer things in life. And more importantly was that I think he doesn't ever complain about us not doing more on his birthday because I think he knows that the life that we've given him, like last Friday, we picked him up at like 11 a.m. from school. We drove an hour to his tennis tournament. Things that I think most parents can't do. We've taken months at a time to go to Asia, and I brought my two boys for months at a time, and they're doing schooling from Asia while we're traveling. So what I'm saying is that it's worth the hard effort. What Kev's talking about, light yourself on fire because people will come from miles away to watch you burn. And when you have that kind of excitement, believe me, you become a magnet for people that want the same thing. Because no one wants to be attracted to depression. No one wants to be attracted to someone who's down or angry or mad, right? They want to be around people who are happy and excited. You draw so many people in. But again, I think it's just, I mean, even despite I think the life that Reza has or that Cam has or that I have, we still have our bad days. But the difference is we've learned so quickly to get ourselves out of that ditch and just switch up a mind, and then we're back on our game again. So, but yeah. So again, thank you, Cam, for that. It's made me realize that it's the life I have today is a very blessed one, and I wish the same thing. And I'm here to help everyone achieve the exact same type of success because it's changed my life, and I owe it back to the community. So, again, thank you, Cam. Thank you, Reza. I turn to you guys. Thank you.
Well, you know what? I got to introduce Omid, my oldest son, who's 17 now, to your son Leon, because if I ask Omid where do you want to go, he would pick the most expensive restaurant in the city.
It's funny. I think we eat too much at these nice restaurants. Like he just missed the home cooking, but it's a good thing, right? I mean, they're getting good food, right? So
Right.
That's great. And you know what, guys? These are the fun stories, the family stories, the passion of what we built, the profession of sales, the profession of entrepreneur. We never ever sit down here and tell you it's an easy profession, but we always say with a passion that persistence will always beat any resistance that's thrown at you. Life can throw whatever it wants at you as long as you're persistent, as long as you have genuine belief in the person that you see in the mirror, as long as you look at your family around you and you say in your head with passion, then I will not let you down. I'm behind you like a rock. I'm going to do whatever it takes be the person I have to be to deliver the way I want to. We have only one life to live. We don't get two of these things, right? We only get one of these things. We can get busy making excuses, or we can get focused on getting results. We have that option because, as Ramin always says, there's no such thing as indecision. You're always making a decision that's moving you forward, or you're making a decision that's moving you backward. In fact, indecision moves you backward as well, because indecision is the equivalent of standing still. If you're standing still tomorrow compared to today, you're worse off because that's one less day you have available in your life. So it's very, very important to get excited. And the fact that you're on this call shows your commitment, shows your belief. Since you're here, why not maximize? Why not make sure you're taking the right notes, giving yourself the right promises, putting yourself in that right mindset? Again, I really, really challenge some of you on this call to shift that mindset that Renee, Reza, and I, and Rico being on the call as well, trying so hard to work with you to help you shift. Going to 250, going to 450 is not increasing your cost, is increasing your income. You have to understand. In every business, they tell you if you want to make more, you got to spend more. Every business works the same way. I had a restaurant for a while. If I didn't have products to sell, I couldn't make the food to sell it. If I wanted to cheap out one month, say, you know what, maybe this month I'm going to try to save up on the cost and not buy this product. How do I know which customer is going to come through the door? Right? That could work the same way with you. Imagine you say, okay, you know what? I'm going to start commission boost next month. How do you know how many commission boosts over the next 4 weeks you missed out on? We'd hate to see you miss out. We want you to maximize.
One thing that I like to talk about, because I'm talking from experience myself. Something that I came in light with over the last 4 or 5 months was, even though doesn't matter how good we think we are and how efficient we think we are, procrastination is the enemy, and it made it my pet peeve when, not just for anyone else, but especially for myself. If I asked, let's say, for example, my son to do something, and he would say, okay, I'll get to it tomorrow. I'll get it done tomorrow. I used to let it slide, even though I didn't like the answer. But I started to getting tough on that, including on myself. I sometimes walk around the house angrily, talking to myself. There's no one there. It's me alone. Talking angrily. If you were watching me, think he's gone cuckoo, or who is he talking to? I'm talking to myself. I mean, what's the difference? Isn't it better now? Like today, I haven't been around for 6 weeks. I had to get some stuff out of the way. As you know, Karam and Renee were on the calls all day from this morning. I'm not going to blame it on jet lag. I've been on the phone since 8 a.m. because I'm an early riser. Yeah, whatever. So, and I've been on the calls up until the point I took a shower to come here. And I look at my house in dismay outside, the glass, everything, right? And I said, okay, I'm going to get this out of the way now. At 4:30 or 5 o'clock, whatever time that was, Renee, that you saw me disappear, I was out there trying to put things in order. And I was so much, I was starting to get overwhelmed. Then I thought, okay, you know what, maybe I'll leave it and I'll finish tomorrow. I said to myself outright, stop that. Stop that. Get it over with to tomorrow. You're that much ahead. That way you can enjoy the rest of your evening. You can enjoy your night, and you get a sense of accomplishment. And guess what? I did it, right? So this is where you hear yourself saying, okay, I'll get to it soon. Let me tell you, soon is never going to come. Believe me, tomorrow is never going to come. Next week is never going to come. Next month is never going to come. You have to be, something has got to hit you in some ways. The reality, I guess the word for it, reality has to hit you, is that you know tomorrow's not going to come. You know next week is not going to come. Chances are next month is not going to come, right? Because we are programmed into not today, not this week, not next month. No. Get to it now. Prioritize what matters in your life now, right? Everything else should come secondary. In this case, opulence is my life. Opulence is the reason I am where I am. Opulence is the reason my family has the freedom he has. Opulence is the reason why we pick up and go to the cruise, the whole family. Opulence is the reason I make a decision to go to Africa for 3 weeks, come back 6 weeks later. Opulence is the reason I miss flights Yeah, I don't like it. I wasted money, but okay, whatever, it happens, right? Opulence is the reason everything else comes secondary, right? And this is where you got to have that talk with yourself and saying, hey, I agree with everything I hear. I see everything. I love the products. I love the fashion. I love the compensation plan. What these guys are talking about, commission boost. They're talking about, variance bonus. They're talking about MGRS. Talking about a measly $450 a month. I have to sell 4 bottles of F4 and 4 toothpaste. That's 450 at retail, right? That's all I gotta do to have it all, but yet I am not doing it. Why? Stop. You know what I mean? That's the part that really I've been working on. Another thing I tell you guys, I tell you, this guy who's sitting in front of you, if you know him in person, you know he's a comedian. He's really funny. Renee, he's a good time always, always a good time. And I tell you, one thing I admire about him, I know a lot, I'm not going to share, but this dude, he's a father, he's a mother, he's a driver, he's a trainer, he's a retailer, he's a golfer, he's a, like, how do you manage to squeeze so much in one day, right? I see, like, that's got to be efficient time management. It's got to be organized. And number one reason I see for someone to be able to do at the maximum efficiency has to be disciplined. It's got to be disciplined, right? So this is the part that I'm hard on myself. I want to be disciplined to next level. I want to make sure I prioritize. If it doesn't start with the O minus a family emergency, opulence, it can wait, right? This is what I've done. I'm always going to have problem with the ex. I'm always going to have problem with the friend. I'm always going to have a problem with weather. I'm always going to have a problem with missing a flight. I'm always going to just, those are part of life. What makes it easier for me to get through it is make sure my opulence business stays very healthy and on top of it. So that's for me. Maybe Renee, I don't know, maybe you can share something about you. What is it that you want to make better? Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you by the way, Reza. I mean, I've initially when we first got started, we're talking about this on Sunday. You and me were always competing, a very healthy competition to try to outdo each other. And I think part of it is it's really just that mindset development training. A lot of people, the whole saying you work hard, you play hard. I find they kind of do the play hard first, and they don't do the work hard. So they have it backwards. And the one thing I can tell you about the way I am now, at least, is that if in a given day, like some people, they have to find time to do the business, and it's like they feel guilty maybe for not doing the things that they enjoy first, and then they'll find time to do the business later. It's funny though, sometimes I feel like on a given day, I feel guilty if I'm not doing the things to generate more success because I like the feeling of success. I like what it does for my family, the food and the travels, all that stuff. And I have to find time sometimes to relax, And so if you can get yourself to the point in your life, and I think Cam's the same way. Like Cam, it doesn't have to be here. He is a sales development manager. He's not supposed to be here at 9 p.m. at nighttime on a call with us. But I talked to Cam enough to know that I think the way he thinks is the same way. Like he likes that feeling of success. He likes the feeling of having other people get value and have success. And I'm sure he has to find time to make sure he does his other stuff, the family stuff as well too. And so I don't know how to put it. I've always wanted to be good. The one thing I've learned is that is of all the skill sets one person can have, no one's perfect. No one has, 10 out of 10 on every possible skill set, right? In sports or in communication or in whatever. And I just one thing that always got to me was, whatever you're the worst at. So if you're really bad at presenting, or you're bad at, perhaps, doing cold calling, or you're bad at handing out brochures in public, or you're bad at being at a trade show, whatever it is that you're bad at, practice at it so it brings it up a bit higher. So from a young age, I didn't have a lot of these skill sets. Like I was shy, I was very shy, I was a bad speaker, I talked too quickly, I mumbled a lot. I used to have a gentleman, a friend of mine, Boris Galka. You remember Boris, right? Reza? And I remember in Edmonton doing a presentation. I was so nervous my first time doing a presentation amongst like 50 people, my first time ever. and Boris at the back of the room kept doing this to me, and that meant like slow the heck down. And I would slow down, and then like 5 minutes later, I see him doing this again. It's like, "Oh, slow down again," and he kept doing the whole entire meeting. He kept doing it because I kept going so fast. And but the funny thing is, as Cam mentioned, I think I was so excited. You probably heard Chinglish instead of English when I was speaking. It was like rapping Chinglish. It was so fast, people couldn't understand it, but they saw my excitement and people signed up. And that's when I realized, holy crap, I could be speaking Chinese for all I knew, but my excitement drove those things, right? And so all I'm saying is I've learned from that point in time that every area that I was weak at, I try to get better. If I'm bad at communicating with my kids sometimes, I better practice that. If I'm bad at showing my love to my children, to my wife, I better practice on that. So if you practice on every little area that you don't think is where it should be, over a period of 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years, guess what? All those areas rise up, and you're going to become this amazing person. And I believe that, Cam, Reza, all the top leaders in the company have done this over a period of time. You can do it too. If I can do it, anyone can do it. And yeah, that's all I can say. So thank you, Reza. Back
One
to you.
one thing I want to share before I know we've been over the time is just to give you a living proof example. Sunday at 3 p.m. poolside at our CEO's house, Renee and I and Henry had a conversation regarding making small clips that I've been suggesting, I've been talking about. I've been trying to find a way so I can learn how to make the small clips. And I told and I promised that I'm going to be releasing a number of small clips with the aid of TikTok and my daughter to make these videos. And Renee goes, he goes, I'm going to do what you do. I'm going to do more of it. This, and that. We're talking, we're having fun, we're joking around. Before I have a to scratch my head, he's already released 3 of them since Sunday. He's made 3 videos and released them. Like, this guy is amazing. That is taking action. That's crazy. No, that drives me. That makes me feel like super slow. I don't care if I'm jet lagged. I don't care if I just got here yesterday. It doesn't matter. Since we had the conversation, this guy got the time to make 3 awesome videos. You know
You
what?
know what?
That's what we're going to work on.
I think that part of my mind is, when you have this to-do list, I hate having things on my to-do list. I want to wipe out my whole to-do list, right? So when Reza was mentioning doing his videos, I wanted to do it for a long time. I put a to-do right away. And so for me, it's like, if you have that mentality of getting all your to-dos done, wow, you're gonna go places. But if you're the kind of person that says, you know what, I'll do it later. I'm gonna do that next week and do it later. That list grows so big that you don't. So anyways, yeah. While the time has flown, I don't want to keep Cam up. I know that he's had a long day at the head office, and I got another long day tomorrow. But again, Cam, from all of us as distributors, thank you for being here. You don't have to be here, but you're with us all the time.
It's
Thank you.
my pleasure, man. It's my absolute pleasure. And, to be amongst incredible leader panelists, incredible people on the call that I've had the pleasure of getting to know some of the people that are on the call. Thank you for all your time. We don't take your times for granted. We try to give as much information material to help your business as possible. We don't want to come on here because we like to hear ourselves speak. No, we want to give you content that you value, that helps you grow your business. And to make it very, very clear, the reason the 3 of us were able to steal the show tonight was not because Ramin couldn't make himself available. Ramin's in the air right now. He's flying to Houston for his exit conference. His flight got delayed. He got stuck in Chicago for 6 hours. And within that 6 hours, he found us, he talked to us, he made sure we have good content for tonight's call that you're going to be taken care of, because you guys, as you know, he thinks the world of all of you guys, as do we. But we keep trying to come close to his dedication, and Renee gets close, but the rest of us, we have a very, very hard time. So definitely the reason he's not here is because he's in the air right now. Otherwise, this call is his baby. He loves nothing more than communicating with you guys. It was an honor to be here tonight to fill that very, very valuable seat. Real pleasure talking to you guys. I hope we gave you some important pointers. And I hope, you see the value of the importance of bringing people on these calls to hear from successful people about how we've done it, how we keep doing it, how we intend to continue to do it, because success is something that once you get it, as Renee says, you don't want it to stop. is the best drug in the world. It's natural. It doesn't harm you. It provides for you. It provides for your family. It gives you a better life. It makes you a happier person. There is zero negativity with being a successful person. That's the beauty of it. So thank you so much. We're going to, I guess, if everyone is good, we'll pass it on to our host to wrap it up for the night. Thank you guys very, very much for being on the call.
There is only one thing that we want to mention is that we're going to, I don't know when, we had a quick conversation about it. We're going to do a little training on how to make videos, right, Renee?
Yes. Actually, I have a very special group called the LLP group. It's for those who want to actually take their business to the next level. Of course, anyone can join it. I only request that you try to devote at least 10 hours per week into your business because, again, 10 hours a week to get to a 5-figure monthly income is a great deal. And of course, we will be sharing those videos. I also will record as well too. And by the way, all I did to record those videos was I actually went onto YouTube. I said, TikTok, how to make a green screen video, right? And so, but yeah, we will be showing you step by step. I'm still learning actually, but I have a lot of fun with it because it's not hard to do. But yes, stay tuned for that, and you'll be getting a notice about perhaps next Saturday. We have boot camp actually, right, Ken? This coming Saturday. Again, doesn't have to be there. He's going to be with us there live at the boot camp, and of course, we're going to be sharing with you then and there. I can do a quick training on how to make those TikTok videos. So that being said, thank you, Reza. Thank you, Cam. Back to our amazing host, NASA, and
Hi.
great evening, everyone else. Thank you.
Yeah, guys, thank you so much.
Thank you, Reza.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Again, thank you so much, our SDM Cam, and of course, our LD4s, Renee Liao and Mr. Reza Mesgarlou. Thank you so much for those very powerful insights and information you have shared with us today. And once again, thank you for another powerful call. And I'm really sure our participants were inspired with what you have shared today. Again, next week, make sure that your whole team is on this call so that they can be inspired as much as I am today. Only thing that I could say is I wish that a lot of Gen Zs were here in this call so they could also know how to start their success. Once again, thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of your day. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Stay forensic into the billion.
One team, one dream
One
to the
dream to the billion. Bye, everyone.